we have to be miserable and anxious and afraid. Of course, we have to be cautious. Of course, we have to be careful. Of course, we've got to take common sense steps to protect the vulnerable, the elderly, those who have underlying health conditions that could lead to a disastrous outcome. But the optimism that the president has exhibited, if President Trump wins in November, and I believe he will, it's going to be because Americans respect the inspirational sense of optimism that he has exhibited day in and day out. The people who hate him mock him for it. The people who despise him think it means he's some kind of a killer, somebody who's oblivious to the agony that America is going through. And we're going through agony. There's no doubt about it. This country is going through hell. The world is going through hell. You got Dr. Fauci testifying today and, in a way, sort of boxing himself into a corner because he said he doesn't want schools to open this term. He was just pressed by Senator Rand Paul about a vaccine being ready. And the obvious question is, all right, if you don't want the school year to be open for the rest of this term, the next term is September, right? Well, Dr. Fauci just told this Senate panel, I don't see a vaccination being ready in time for September. So in other words, if the vaccine is what all these health experts are pinning their formula on, there won't be school next year either. Certainly not by September. Very difficult time. And I get it. There's a lot of confusion too. I'm going to talk to Cliff here in just a moment, who has a question or a comment about the CDC. I want to quickly remind you, though, as we're looking for things to watch online, people have their computers, their laptops. I have a friend who's literally getting headaches now because he's watching so much stuff on his laptop, including the Mike Gallagher Show YouTube channel. You can watch our show as you listen to us on your favorite radio station. Just go to YouTube, find the Mike Gallagher Show. Please subscribe. We're trying to get as many subscribers as we can. Doesn't cost you anything. It's a good way to be plugged into what we're doing. You'll see the video clips that we play on the radio. And, of course, take us with you everywhere you go. MikeOnline.com is the good resource for that. You can download the daily podcasts. You can listen to the show 24/7, have access. Go to MikeOnline.com for all of your resources. And as part of the Facebook community, my pal Dennis Prager is going to be starring in a big Facebook Live event tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's Not Allowed to Laugh, Free Speech and the Death of Comedy. It's going to be hosted by my friend and colleague Eric Metaxas with the stars of the terrific movie No Safe Spaces, Dennis Prager and Adam Carolla. If you want to be a part of this event, please follow No Safe Spaces on Facebook. And don't forget, you can order the No Safe Spaces movie itself, get the DVD, you can stream it, save 25% while supplies last. NoSafeSpaces.com. Use the promo code SAVE25. NoSafeSpaces.com. Use the promo code SAVE25. Hey, Cliff, thanks for hanging in there with us. Welcome to the Mike Gallagher Show. How are you?
Well, thank you, Mike, for having me on your show. I'm an avid listener of 960 The Patriot. I'm here in Menifee, California, Inland Empire.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're living in an alternative universe, Mike, because the up is down, down is up. Whether it's closing all the bathrooms at public facilities and restaurants or online here, the CDC says, quote, that they do not recommend people who are well wear a face mask to protect themselves from respiratory illnesses, including COVID-19. You should only wear a mask if the healthcare professional recommends it.
That's not true. That's completely not true. And so, and again, you sound like such a great guy. You just said the opposite of what the CDC is recommending. So let me read, because I want to get it right, and I know you do too. I don't know what you're citing or where you got that from.
Well, it's from the city of Menifee. They have it's number 15 on their list.
Well, guess what? The city then is citing the opposite of what the CDC is recommending. Here's what the CDC says, and I quote, this is from their site. This is from cdc.gov. CDC continues to study the spread and effects of the novel coronavirus around the United States. We now know that a significant portion of individuals with coronavirus lack symptoms, asymptomatic, quote unquote, and that even those who eventually develop symptoms can transmit the virus to others before showing symptoms. This means that the virus can spread between people interacting in close proximity. For example, speaking, coughing, or sneezing, even if those people are not exhibiting symptoms. In light of this new evidence, CDC recommends wearing cloth face coverings in public settings where other social distancing measures are difficult to maintain, i.e. grocery stores and pharmacies,
Okay.
especially in areas of significant community-based transmission. Now,
Can I also
again,
interject something?
yeah, I want you to interject, but I want you to understand. So there's completely differing. You're looking at something in your city. I'm looking at the CDC, and they say completely the opposite from each other.
And also, the sheriff's department said that they're not citing anybody. Riverside County Sheriff's Department.
That's a different issue. That's a different issue. All right, we're not talking again. But look how you pivoted from that. And I'm not trying to pick on you. You're a great guy. Do you understand?
And the fact that many people.
You called a radio show and said the opposite of what is true, and I don't know that I blame you because everybody's confused, Cliff. I get it, but
it's not me, Mike.
Well,
it's
I
not
know.
me. I'm reading it verbatim from the city of Menifee online. Okay,
right.
online.
I know.
And the fact that
I know.
People,
I'm agreeing with
people
you.
are wearing masks while they're driving, and I've seen them go through stop signs and run over barriers. They're wearing them while jogging. They recommend don't wear them if you're doing any cardio.
I get it. Cliff, you're arguing with somebody who's not, there's no argument here. I get it. Wear a mask if you feel better wearing a mask and you don't want to put other people at risk, but just be careful because I promise you, I'm not saying this directing this to you, but we are the directives and the guidance is so confusing, and I don't know who's to blame for that. Do you? Do you blame your city? Do you blame the CDC?
Mike, I'm not making any of this up. This is what I put out there.
It's what you saw on the internet. I know. I get it. And
no, it's not on the internet. It's
And you know I'm not making it up, right?
I don't know, Mike. I don't know where you're getting your information, but I saw
CDC.gov.
Well,
CDC.gov. Look it up.
Why is the Riverside County Sheriff's Department saying that they're not enforcing, and why is it online for the city of Menifee?
Great question.
Why? Number 15.
Will you give me your answer? Give me your answer. Why?
And you know what else,
Tell me.
Mike?
Tell me. Give me your answer. Tell me.
We're all living it. Because I'm going to give you one other thing. I want to
yes,
input.
Sir. All right, you go ahead.
Is it okay? I appreciate it. Okay.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm surprised you don't want to answer me, but that's okay.
What was your
My question is, why is there such conflicting information? Why is your sheriff's department, your town, saying things that are different from the guidance we're getting? I mean, I wish I knew the answer. Tell me.
And why is it that all you hear is about how many people die when you don't hear about the percentage of people compared to the population? It's 0.4 decimal places over.
Right.
We got 2.5 million people in Riverside County. 181 they say have died from the virus.
I got it.
The existing health.
I got it.
And they're also saying
do you think 80,000 people have died in the last 6 or 8 weeks due to coronavirus? Do you think that number is right, or do you think that's true?
What I'm saying is.
My gosh, all you're doing is giving me statements. I'm sorry, Cliff. I love you. You're a great guy. You don't want to engage. You want to give me a bunch of talking points, and I'm all talked out of talking points. I mean, listen. I get his frustration, and I get the confusion, and I love the spirit of optimism. I'm trying to be optimistic here. Got 80,900 deaths reported. For context, in March early March we had like 30. Okay. You've seen the videos online. You want to go online? Look online. Look at the people gasping for air and taking their last breaths. Look at people dying a lonely, awful death. I don't want anybody to have to go through that. I also don't want anybody to starve to death locked up in their home. I also don't want somebody to have to spiral into mental illness or depression or suicide because they don't think there's an end in sight. There is an end, and I'm with you. I'm with everybody. I love the letter rip. Guys, where did the letter rip comment go? It's off my screen already. I want to play that again. I want to play that all day long. That is so optimistic. And, Schumer trying to weaponize Dr. Fauci's testimony today, let her rip in advance. He said, let it rip. We want Dr. Fauci to really be, Dr. Doom here. And this listener just, I know Cliff lifts you up, lifts me up, lifts all of us up.
Hi, Mike. I say let it rip. Enough is enough. We'll find out at the end. The numbers are never right. I say the American people need to go back to work and let it go. Let the chips fall where they lie. Enough is enough already.
Now, that's the direct opposite, of course, of Dr. Fauci and the health experts who are only concerned about how to stop the spread. And I get it. I recognize it. I understand it. I really do. I really do. And I am proud that we're in this together. I am honored. I thank God a thousand times a day for what we're going through together. Have this community, and it gets feisty and it gets we're up, we're down. I was really down today coming into work because we got this big challenge. We've never failed one of these campaigns where we are trying to help children or poor people in need. And this prison fellowship is one of the most successful campaigns we've ever had. The last couple of years, we have soared. You have soared. Last year, you sent over 21 kids to summer camp. It was a $200 gift to send a child to summer camp. This year, Angel Tree Prison Fellowship Ministry is taking the camp to the kids. We're delivering boxes of love to these children. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We've been way behind. We have a goal this year, this month of May, 650 children. And we've been about a third of the way there. And which is, I'm grateful. Listen, I'm grateful for the 208 kids we started with this morning. But I pray every time I come on the air and ask you to help these children, because I want you to feel what it feels like to be able to share hope and let children know that they're not being forgotten right now, that they're loved. Their stories are traumatic. These are the children of people who are incarcerated right here in the United States of America. These kids, all the problems these families face are magnified in this crisis. Some don't have a job. Some of these families are down to 10 hours a week. Oklahoma, Minnesota, Colorado. There are boys and girls who are going through the same coronavirus pandemic we all are, but with a mom or dad in prison instead of being comforted and loved by them. So here we go, an opportunity to lift these children up and deliver a box. A $200 gift will deliver a box of $150 worth of groceries, nutrition, meals for these children, a Bible study materials. Well, guess what? We were down 208. I thought, gosh, we ought to be so much higher. And I got a text in the middle of the show today from a good friend of mine who said, Mike, I'm going to donate $10,000 to sponsor 50 kids as a match. And I almost just started crying right while the microphone was on. That means for the 50 kids that he's willing to sponsor, that you're willing to sponsor, my friend is going to match that. He doesn't want any acknowledgement, wants it to be anonymous. What an incredible blessing that is. Now we'll be able to get 100 kids sponsored. Please give. Go to MikeOnline.com, click on the Angel Tree banner, and let's take this number to the stratosphere. Let's get as many kids possible as we can possibly sponsored so that they get this gift of inspiration. Your gift literally has the opportunity to turn a child's life around. I mean, again, thank you. Thank you for stepping up, and thank you to my friend. You know who you are. I'm not going to identify you, but God bless. What an amazing generosity that is. You go to MikeOnline.com, click on the Angel Tree banner toward the top of the page. We're making a difference. We can talk and jawbone about these issues, and we can debate, and we can agree and disagree. We're loving each other, we're lifting each other up, and we're helping these kids. Won't you please give whatever you can afford? Please go to MikeOnline.com. Let's make that match kick in. Please go to MikeOnline.com and click on the Angel Tree banner. Or if you want to just text the keyword kids to 1-800-655-6453, we'll send you back the link. No commitment, but we'll just send you back the link that makes it real easy to donate right from your smartphone or your laptop. Just text the keyword kids to 1-800-655-6453. And thank you, one and all, for helping to make such a difference in children's lives. More of the Mike Gallagher Show in the ReliefFactor.com studios coming up. You.